everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. Today I'm going to chat with you about why you should have a newsletter as an author. It doesn't matter if you're traditionally published or if you are a self-published author, you need a newsletter. There are algorithms everywhere. Algorithms on every social media platform we have these days. And one way to beat the algorithm and actually have direct communications with your readers is to have a newsletter. That's right, guys. You can get a newsletter for free. Your newsletter is a way for you to directly communicate with the people who want to know about you and know about your books and know about what's going on in your literary life. So if you do not have a newsletter, I would like to encourage you to get one today. Like, please, please, please go and sign up for a newsletter. Just imagine this. Imagine social media completely disappears tomorrow. All those people who spent all that time building up their Facebook pages or their Facebook groups or their Instagram. What if for some reason Facebook or Instagram or Twitter just deleted your account for no reason? Maybe, it was an accident or whatever the case is. You would be out of all those people that followed you, and it would probably be impossible to get those followers back. It took me years and years and years to get 13,000 people on my current newsletter, but I have them and they're always there. Even if I don't send out a newsletter, I have over 13,000 people there waiting to hear from me. And that is powerful. It's powerful to be able to leverage that anytime I release a book or have a sale or have any sort of bookish related news. Some of the best advice that I got when I started writing was to create a newsletter. And I did that before I even had a book published. And 4 years later, that's where I'm at. Hold on, I can tell you exactly how many I have at this very moment because I keep track of it. I have 13,791 subscribers on my list, and every month that grows, even if I'm not publishing, and there's reasons for that. I have my newsletter in the back of every single book that I've ever published. It's something that I've always done. It's something that I was told to do at the beginning, and I've never changed that. I would rather have close to 14,000 people on my newsletter list than a Facebook page that had 14,000 people, because the likelihood of people getting my newsletter is much greater than people seeing my post on Facebook. I'm sure all of you who have Facebook pages know that and understand that. Having a newsletter is a way for you to be personable with your readers. There's one newsletter that I have been subscribed to for years. It's Dan Blank with We Grow Media, and he sends out a newsletter every Friday, helps encourage writers, and he interviews a lot of people that are professional authors and entrepreneurs and artists, and I really enjoy receiving his newsletter in my inbox. At the very bottom of every single one of his newsletters, he shows one of his meals that he had for the week, and he puts a picture of his children. I have seen his kids grow up over the last 3 years that I've been subscribed to this newsletter, and I feel like that's a really personal touch that authors can use to connect with their readers. It's a great idea, and he really enjoys doing these newsletters, and he's done them for a really long time, and I feel like that if I saw him in a public place, I could walk up to him and be like, hey, I really enjoyed your last newsletter, and whatever, your kids are cute, and I like how you dress them up in costumes, and that sushi you ate last week looked delicious. It's really good that you can put that personal touch in your newsletter. It doesn't have to be just like a form, buy my book. It does not have to be like that. You can add some of your personality and your flair into it. You don't want it to be a sales pitch 100% of the time. Yeah, they want to know about your books, but you can let them have a little insight into your real life as well. You can share as much or as little as you want. Newsletters are so important. Like I said, it's a way for you to be personable, to beat the algorithm, to have direct contact with your readers. It's a way for you to let your readers know about sales. They may not have seen your post on Facebook. They will get your email. So now you're probably like, Courtney, okay, cool, I'm sold. I'm gonna create a newsletter. But now you don't know what to do. You can go to MailerLite.com or MailChimp.com. I'll put the links in the description box below, and you can sign up to get a free newsletter list right then and there. MailChimp allows you to have 2,000 subscribers before you have to pay for it. MailerLite allows you to have 1,000. I have used both newsletter services in the past. Currently, my Lyra newsletter is hosted with MailerLite, and there is a reason for that. MailChimp is somewhat expensive once you get over that 2,000 subscribers. I think Kennedy is close to 5,000 subscribers or something like that. And we pay $50 a month. $50 a month. For Lyra, I had over 15,000 subscribers at one point. Recently, I purged my list, so that's why it's below 15,000 now. For me to host a list over 15,000 on MailChimp, it would have been extremely expensive. I'm talking like over $250 a month, if I remember correctly. For MailerLite, I paid $336 to hold a list of 15,000 to 20,000 people. And to me, that was a steal of a deal. So what I did was I moved my list from MailChimp over to MailerLite, and I have been 100% satisfied with the service that they provide. My open rate really didn't change, and I have no complaints. But if you're just starting, I would say go ahead and sign up with MailChimp. Once you get over that 2,000, you may decide to go over to MailerLite, or that $50 a month may not be that big of a deal. I know that if our Kennedy Fox list grows to a specific amount, we'll probably move over to MailerLite, because while it's important, that's not an expense that we have to spend $300 a month on. There are a bunch of different subscription services out there for your newsletter. I have only used those two, so I can only really speak about my personal experience with those two. But starting off, I would totally do MailChimp. 2,000 people. That's a lot. And it may take you a year to get there. There is one thing that you will have to pay for though, and that is a domain email address. So if you don't have a website yet, you might want to go ahead and sign up for one. And then you can go to Google Business and you can pay $5 a month to get a contact@yourdomainname.com. So for example, mine is Lyra@lyraparish.com. And so when I have emails that send out from my MailerLite, it comes from that email address. They recently changed it, MailerLite and MailChimp, and I think all the subscription services, where they recommend that you have that because it shows that you're a legitimate business. And they said that if you do not have that, your open rate will probably be bad, because a lot of these servers will consider that as spam going out. So I would suggest that you go ahead and sign up for that when you decide to send a newsletter out. Right now, if you're just building your newsletter, I would still get it just so you could send a welcome email when someone signed up for your list. Other than that, that's the only price that you'll really have to pay for this. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're self-published or traditionally published. You want a way to be able to contact your readers. You want something that you have complete control over. And with an email list, I feel like you've got that. Whenever I send out an email, I get between 30% and 40% open rate. That is so powerful whenever I have a sale or I have some sort of freebie going on for my books. I can make it go free a little earlier than some of the promo that I scheduled. And then before that, I can say, hey guys, it's me. Remember me? Your old friend, your old pal, Lyra. Well, I've got this book for free right now. So if you haven't had a chance to download it, you may want to go get it. It will be free for this long, and feel free to tell your friends. And then maybe I'll post something else in that newsletter. And instantly after it goes out and people start opening it, I can go to Amazon and I can see a spike in my downloads almost immediately. It's good to have for release day to let people know, hey, I released a book. Not everybody's on Facebook all the time. Not everybody is on Twitter or all these social media sites. So having a direct place to contact them where you're going to them directly is so good. Now, a lot of these sites have resend automatically capabilities. MailerLite recently introduced this in the last year, and it's so beneficial. So I can send a newsletter, get 30% to 40% open rate, and then 3 days or 2 days or however long I want, I can have them resend the same email with a different title, and then I'll get a 10 to 15% open rate for people who didn't open it the first time. We can say that almost 50% of my list is opening my emails. 13,000, 50%, that's 6,500 people that are getting my message. And there is no social media site right now where I can tell you that I can post and 6,500 people will see that. I don't have one. If you do, please share it with me because I would love to have it. Having a newsletter is the only thing that I've been able to leverage that I know that absolutely works if you want to contact people. Just remember, whenever you are emailing people, be considerate of their time. Don't send out a book worth of a newsletter. Nobody has time to read that. Make it short, make it sweet, make it personable, and don't be a spammer because nobody likes spammers. And don't send a newsletter out every day. I will unsubscribe immediately if I get a newsletter every single day from somebody. And I've done it, and there are businesses out there that do it, and it's so freaking annoying. Like, I don't want to be contacted that much from anybody. So just be considerate of people and their time and keep your message short and sweet and personable. And I promise you that this will work. This video is kind of long. I might make another video that talks about how to actually get subscribers on your newsletter list. That might be helpful for y'all. If you think so, just leave a comment below, and if there's interest, I'll go ahead and make that video too. Anyway, I really hope that this helped you, and that if you haven't signed up for a newsletter, please go over to MailChimp and take care of that right now. Like, I'll wait. I'll give you some time. Okay. Go do it. It's so super, super important. And just everyone should have a newsletter. I don't care. Everybody go get a newsletter. That's coming straight from me. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you. If you enjoy writing tip videos for me, I hope that you subscribe to my channel. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. So anytime I post a video, you will get an automatic notification and become a part of my notification squad. So thank you again. I know how valuable your time is, and I super, super appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.